Uncertainty surrounds the future of the Iranian women's soccer team, who are due to leave Australia after winding up their Asian Cup campaign. The women face possible persecution if they return to the war-torn country after they refuse to sing the national anthem in the team's first game of the tournament. National sport reporter David Mark has been following the story and joins us. David, what do we know about their situation now?
Yeah, Gemma, it really is a bit of a movable feast. We know that the Iranian women obviously played their last game in the Asian Cup last night. They played the Philippines and lost 2-0 on the Gold Coast. After they left the stadium, there were quite rowdy scenes when their bus was surrounded by supporters saying "Free our women" and pounding on the sides of the bus and showing signs of support for the women, asking that they be released. They went to their hotel. Now, we know now that the women are back at their hotel. Now that the competition is finished, they're essentially under the auspices of the Asian Football Confederation, and there is a lot of work going on behind the scenes to try to ascertain what it is the women want and what can happen from here in. Do they go back to Iran? Do they seek asylum in Australia? What are their options? So there's a lot to play out, and there is, as you said, a lot of uncertainty at the moment about where the situation goes from here.
Tell us a bit more about those options.
Well, look, the players really are in a really invidious situation. We know that they were dubbed as traitors for refusing to sing the national anthem in their first match of the Asian Cup against Korea. There were reports in Iranian state media that they were dubbed as traitors. So what do? If they seek asylum in Australia, what happens to their family members back home? Of course, we don't know whether they want asylum. There is a petition going around calling on the federal government to give them asylum, but we don't actually know whether they want that because people haven't been able to communicate with the players. If the players go back to Iran, what treatment might they expect after they were dubbed traitors? How do they get back to Iran? Obviously, there are no direct flights to Iran, so it would be a potentially very dangerous journey. So they really are between a rock and a hard place. There is a lot of movement going on behind the scenes. People are trying to get in contact with the Iranian team members, but what we know and what we've heard throughout this tournament is they're under really close guard, that they haven't been able to speak out publicly. There's been some attempts to get some questions to them at press conferences, but that's been very limited, and as of now, there is no access to them. So obviously the federal government is working on it. The players' union, FIFPro, is working on it. We understand the Asian Football Confederation is working on it, and FIFA, it also has been alerted, and FIFA is also trying to make some progress. We don't exactly know what yet is going to be done. The federal Attorney General, Michelle Rowland, was asked about it today. She spoke about those scenes outside the bus yesterday and said that that was a very poignant and very moving moment, but said she was unable to comment exactly on what the government was doing at the moment. Obviously, they are working behind the scenes. So it is a really tricky situation to report on because we don't actually know a lot. But the understanding is that the Asian Football Confederation, which, as I said, has sort of the auspices of the team now, is trying to keep them safe. We understand that they may stay in Australia for a little bit longer in the hotel while attempts are made to decide what is going to happen next. Do they stay in Australia? Do they seek asylum? Do they go back to Iran? And if so, how do they go back, and how do they go back safely?